Hi everyone, this is Mahesh, Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. Today my topic is steam turbine. There are actually two types of turbines will be there. One is hydraulic turbines, another one is steam turbines. But first of all we need to understand what is meant by turbine. Turbine, it is a mechanical device which converts that may be hydraulic form of energy into mechanical energy or steam energy, that is heat energy, whatever the heat that is coming from the steam, that steam energy may be converted into mechanical energy. That is called as turbine. Here the topic is steam turbine. With the help of the steam, in the steam what will happen? The steam is a vapor form of water. It consists of some heat energy. That heat energy is utilized to produce a rotation of the turbine. This is called as a steam turbine. That means it is a device which converts heat energy in the steam into kinetic energy, and after that the kinetic energy is absorbed by the turbine blades in the turbine. As the turbine blades are rotating, then the blades are attached to the rotor also rotates. Then rotor is attached to the shaft, therefore shaft is rotated. The shaft is coupled or attached to the generator. From the generator we are getting the electricity. This is brief about the steam turbine. Next one, what will be the applications of the steam turbine? This steam turbine are used in stationary power plants. That means wherever we have to produce the power in a stationary place, at single place we have to produce the power. Then at the time also we are using this steam turbines. At the same time in the ship propellers. Next one, to drive a high speed machines like a centrifugal pump, if you want to drive, then there also you are using the steam turbine in the centrifugal blowers, in the centrifugal compressors. In the previous lecture I have explained that is the power required to run the compressor came from the turbine only, or it is utilized by the turbine power only. Next, now see what is the general working principle of steam turbine, how the steam turbine is working. Now this is a shaft. Shaft is attached to the rotor, or it is also called as runner. On the runner what will be there? The blades will be placed. Now here from the nozzle what will happen? From the nozzle the steam is coming. How the steam is coming? First of all the steam is in the boiler. The water is when the heat is applied to the water in the boiler converts the water into water vapor. That water vapor will be sent into 2 to 3 processes. After that is completely converting into superheated steam. Why? Because some moisture will be present in the steam. Okay, to reduce that moisture content. If the moisture content will be there, what will happen? The turbine blades will be get affected. Therefore, to remove that moisture content, we are using the superheating the steam. The superheating steam means there is no wet steam will be present in that one. Completely dry saturated steam will be present. Now whatever the steam that is sending into the nozzle, nozzle is a device which converts the pressure energy. Here for example this is starting point 1, here starting point, this is ending point 2. The nozzle will converts the pressure energy into kinetic energy. Here pressure P1, assume here pressure P2, here velocity V1 and velocity V2. Here velocity V2 is greater than V1, but pressure P2 is less than the P1. How much amount of pressure is reducing here? That much amount of pressure is utilized to increase the speed or kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means it is a velocity. Kinetic energy formula of mv square. As a velocity is increasing, and the kinetic energy also increasing. A nozzle increases the velocity of the steam water the coming. Then now here this is convergent divergent nozzle. Why we are using convergent divergent nozzle means here the more expansion will be takes place. In the more expansion, more pressure energy is decreasing and high velocity is coming. Whenever this high velocity of the nozzle is coming and touching the blades, here from here the high velocity from the nozzle, high velocity jet of steam is coming and touching the blades. When it touches the blades, what will happen? Here for example it is coming with some velocity V. The steam is having some mass m. When the steam is coming with some velocity and having some mass and touching the blades, what will happen here? Some momentum change will be takes place. Initially the stream is having some velocity. When it touches the blade, it is changing its direction, that is velocity also changes. For example, steam is having mass, the initial velocity is u, and the steam is having some mass and the final velocity is v. This mass into velocity is called as a momentum. What is here? Because of this effect, the change in momentum is taking place. Change in momentum means final momentum minus initial momentum in a given time. At a certain time it is taking place. Therefore, the change in momentum per given time is called as force. Here, because of this change in momentum in a given time, the force is produced. This force pushes the blades. Therefore, the blades are rotating. As the blades are rotating, here the blade is attached to the rotor. Therefore, rotor also rotates. The rotor is attached to shaft. Therefore, shaft also rotates. Here the same principle here. From the nozzle, the steam is coming. Here this is blades. When it touches the blades are rotating. As the blades are attached to the rotor, therefore rotor also rotates. Here the shaft will be there and shaft also rotates. Finally, this shaft is coupled to the generator. From the generator we are getting the electricity. Next one, classification of steam turbines. Here steam turbines are classified based upon different conditions. First of all, see, depends upon the action. These are classified into three types. One is impulse turbine, another one is reaction turbine, another one is the combination of impulse and reaction turbine. Okay, in the previous coming classes we will come to know what is meant by impulse turbine, what is meant by reaction turbine clearly. Next one, according to the direction of steam flow. Now this axial flow means, for example, here this is the turbines are there, this is the turbine blades are there. This is for example turbine is rotating, there is some axis will be there. Throughout the axis only the turbine will rotate. If the steam is flowing along the direction of the axis, that is called as a axial flow steam. If it is perpendicular to the axis of the turbine, then it is called as a radial flow. This is perpendicular to the axis and this is parallel to the axis. That is called as a axial flow and radial flow. Another one is according to the exhaust condition of the steam. For example, after the steam is expanding in the turbine blades or in the turbine, after the expansion that steam is coming outside. Okay, based upon that exhaust condition of the steam turbines are classified into condensing turbine, another one is non-condensing turbines. What is meant by condensing turbine? Condensing turbine means after the expansion of the steam in the turbine, the pressure will be there. That pressure should be less than the atmospheric pressure. If the pressure is less than the atmospheric pressure at the condenser, that after that condensing, that's after the expansion of the steam in the turbine, that will be sent to the condenser. Okay, at that time whatever the pressure will be there, that should be less than the atmospheric pressure, then it is called as a condensing turbine. Otherwise it is called as a non-condensing turbine. Next one is according to initial condition. Based upon the initial steam that is coming to the turbine, there also based upon that it is classified into three types. One is low pressure, medium pressure and high pressure. Low pressure means the pressure should be 1.2 to 2 bar. What is meant by bar? 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 Pascal. Pascal means what? Pascal means it is Newton per meter square. That is 1 bar is equal to 10 power 5 Pascals, or it is 10 power 5 Newton per meter square should be there. That is pressure. Now this is medium pressure. That means it is around 40 bar. And high pressure means the pressure of the steam that coming to the turbine should be greater than 40 bar. Those pressures are called as high pressure turbines. According to the number of stages, okay, in how many stages the compression is taking place, the expansion is taking place in the turbine. Based upon that, the turbines are classified into two types. One is single stage, another one is multi-stage. Multi-stage means more than 2 stages the expansion will takes place. And last one is according to the use. Okay, this is classified into two types. One is stationary, another one is non-stationary. In the previous lecture only I explained what is meant by stationary, what is meant by non-stationary. Stationary means that it should not be moved from one place to other place. Okay, it should be there, here only, there only we have to produce the power. Thank you.